Hi, my name is Yinneboma Peterson, animator, filmmaker, director, and writer of Character Comic Series. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm back and we're doing season 1, episode 3, Town of Monsters. Read through script right here. Alright, I'm gonna read through the script, okay? Here we go. Episode 3 of season 1. Faden, scene 1. Exterior. It appears outside the tour bus on the road. Morning. It appears outside the tour bus with it driving on the road. Zoom in. Scene 2. Interior. It appears inside the tour bus 3000 in front of the main living room area. Continuous. It appears with Mad Dog playing guitar, singing on the couch with Rose sitting across from him watching. Ollie is upstairs walking out of his room into the huge science laboratory technology inventing rooms. He's busy at work building a new device he has been working on for months. Nate and Ben are watching a movie in the huge screening room, home theater auditorium. They are watching a comedy and laughing their socks off in enjoyment. Bus driver Gus is taking a nap in his private quarters area, while the tour bus is on an auto navigation system that drives the bus on itself, known as the self-driving vehicle. Bus driver Gus is snoring loudly in his private area on the bus. Maid Audrey's cleaning and shutting things up. Butler Ben is in the kitchen cooking and preparing today's lunch favorite. He is listening and watching his favorite program while he is watching a cooking show on the big flat screen TV in the kitchen. Then all of a sudden, a strange noise starts vibrating. The room Mad Dog and Rose are in, which is the front main living room area from behind a painting, hangs up high on the wall behind the couch, and it's a special communication television screen turns on, and it's back to producer Jimmy. Jimmy calling the bus to see how everything is going. Back to producer Jimmy. Hey there, crazy cats! How's the first week in the bus going for you so far? Mad Dog. Oh, hey there, Jimmy. Yeah, it's going good. Everyone is doing their own thing, scattered over the place. Rose says, Hey, Jim, how's it going? Record producer Jimmy says, Great, I'm overjoyed to hear that you are all doing good and so settling in to life on the road. Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Been busy bee over here working. So, I've been checking on your location. By the looks of it, you've been in Los Angeles in 3 days. Are you excited about your first gig? Mad Dog. Yep, you can say that. We've all been practicing and playing non-stop. We are working hard to get ready. We are so hyped for this. Rose. Yep, I can toast to that. I have watched them play all weekend straight, pushing themselves beyond their limits. Producer Jimmy says, Well, I would expect nothing less. From true music lovers, the future is bright with success coming your way. Mad Dog says, Yes, the future is bright indeed. As long as we stay true to ourselves and our dream, nothing can stand in our way. But Producer Jimmy says, True words of wisdom. Keep it up. Well, I should probably be getting going. I have a busy day ahead of me. You guys take care. Now, bye. Mad Dog says, Bye, Jimmy. See you later. Rose says, Take care of yourself. Jimmy ends communication. TV screen goes dark and turns off, and the painting resets in front of it. Bus driver Gus walks into the room. Bus driver Gus Thompson says, Hey guys, we're heading near town up ahead. I think we should stop and stretch our legs. Alright, scene 1, episode 3, continuing on. Bus driver Gus Thompson says, Hey guys, we're nearing upon the town ahead. I think we should stop and get out and stretch our legs a bit. We have been cooped up in this bus all week. What do you say? Mad Dog says, What the heck? I'm down to get out a bit. I'm feeling a bit tired of being inside all the time. Rose says, Yeah, man, we can go sightseeing if you guys are up for it. Ollie walks in the room wearing his lab coat. Ollie, I would be down for that. I need a break. I've been up in the lab all morning. Maid Audrey walks in. Housekeeper Audrey says, I'm down. Butler Ben says, Yes, I am. Ben and Nate walk in laughing and joking with each other and being goofy. Nate says, Hey, what are you guys talking about? Rose says, we just all agreeing that time to stop at the upcoming town, get out a bit. It's getting a little cabin fever in here. Even this vehicle is bigger than 5 huge mansions. Nate says, yeah, I'm down to get out and enjoy the environment and nature. Ben Gruesly says, it's about time we stop. We've been moving for a week now. Bus driver Gus says, good, then sell. Let's stop and enjoy the roses. Smell the roses. Butler Gus exits the room, heads over to his private quarters, walks through his private area, and goes to his driver's cabin, programs in the driving system to stop ahead at the next town coming up. Blur. Scene 3. Exterior. It appears with everyone outside the tour bus 3000. The next town continues. The town surrounds the area is engulfed in a heavy mist and fog, with light rain sprinkling the skies cloudy and stormy. It appears with everyone standing, coming out of the bus, looking around the strange town. It's so weird. No one is out there. It's not a car or tourist around. Nate says, it's weird. This place is like a ghost town. It's quiet, too quiet. And there isn't another person or car out. Strange. Ollie says, well, there's a big storm and it is raining. Maybe everyone is inside. Have you thought of that? Ben Grizzly says, well, might as well look around. Rose says, you come on, guys. Let's go sightseeing. Mad Dog says, all right, yeah. Bus driver Gus Thompson says, I'm in for that. Everyone breaks up into groups and goes their separate ways. Mad Dog, Rose, Ollie, bus driver Gus head north of town direction. Check out it over there. Ben, Nate go east, check out the shopping district and all the stores, more stuff in that area. Butler, Ben, and housekeeper Audrey go south in that direction of town and check out the parks, woods, some of the residential that surround areas over in the south area. Fades. In scene 4. Interior. It appears with Ben and Nate in one of the stores, continuous. It appears with Ben and Nate having fun and goofing off in a strange huge emporium store that is like a toy store and magic show. Nate says, hey Ben, check out the weird glasses. You see a weird orange dwarf people with them. Ben Grizzly says, really, let me see Ghibli them here. What in the world? How weird. A loud noise is heard from upstairs because something is knocked over. Ben and Nate hear it. Nate, what was that? Ben Grizzly came from upstairs. Let's go. Ben and Nate head up the stairs to second floor of the store. Ben and Nate look around upstairs to see if anyone is around. Ben Grizzly, you know, it's weird. That is a store is empty. No one is watching. It's busy, right? So where are the employees? Nate says, I haven't a clue. Maybe on lunch break? Ben Grizzly, really? At 10:30 a.m.? Nate says, hey, just guess. Just guessing. A loud crash is a couple aisles away from them. Nate says, hey, something just crashed over there. Let's go check it out. Ben and Nate both run towards it, but from above they are being watched by a female ghost, a banshee. Ben Grizzly says, well, at least we know what the loud crash was, these shells. Nate says, yeah, but what caused this? Nate kneels down, looks at it, and from behind him a female ghost starts to appear. Ben is freaking out and scared and tries to get Nate's attention. Ben Grizzly says, I think I know what might have made that noise. Nate says, yeah, you do. What was it? Ben Grizzly says, all you need is to look behind you. Ghost! Ben runs screaming in another direction towards the stair that leads downstairs and makes his way to the door. Nate looks behind him and falls back in shock and gets back up and yells, screaming and running after Ben towards the door. The female ghost band, she yells and screams and chases after Ben and Nate, breaks everything in her way, and is after them, wants them no matter what. She follows them outside, chasing them in the distance. Blur. Scene 4. Exterior. It appears on a trail heading up a mountain in the woods outside town. Continues. It appears with Mad Dog, Ollie, Rose, Gus all walking on a trail in the woods, heading up a mountain to the north outside town in the area. Ollie says, so where exactly are we going? Do we know where this trail leads? Bus driver Thompson says, I don't know, but it's that fun of sightseeing and discovering new places. How have you been? I've been looking forward to where we end up. This trail has ended. Ollie says, wait, end? Bus driver Gus says, yes, some trails go on without end. They just keep going on and on. and on. In the horizon, if you just keep going, you could go around the world. Ollie says, oh, please, let this trail have an end. Will says, I just hope we don't get lost. Mad Dog says, not possible, because we just need to follow the trail back in town. As they are walking, they come upon a huge motel in the woods up ahead. Will says, hey, look up there. Ollie says, is that a motel? Bus driver Gus Thompson says, what's a motel doing all the way out here in the middle of woods? They all hear noise, chopping sound right over the entrance at the motel office building. Mad Dog said, hey, I hear some chopping coming from over there. Let's go check it out. They check it out and see what it is. They all turn a corner and see a monstrous creature man with blue skin and blue fur and huge fangs, red eyes, and muscular in stature. They all freak out and are shocked to know what is that thing. Rose says, what is that thing? It's blue. Mad Dog says, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's not a human. Ollie says, what are you trying to say? It's some kind of monster. There's such a thing. Scientifically opposes monsters. Scientific theory opposes monsters. Bus driver Gus Thompson says, well, how do you explain what we see before? There is a lot science cannot explain, you know. Let's take that from the top. Bus driver Compton says, well, how do you explain what we see before us? There's a lot that science can't explain, you know. Ollie says, that is true, but come on, guys. Monsters don't exist. All of a sudden, the blue-skinned creature stops. What is he doing? Chopping wood, drops the axe, smells something coming from nearby, looks over at the direction of the human, says something before running towards them. Chuck says, humans! Chuck starts to ground, howling a sight, and uses all four of his legs and gets down on the ground and starts running towards the human around the corner and jumps over them. Mad Dog, Ollie, Rose, Gus, all scared straight face out, starts running towards the trail, trying to run back into town. Chuck says, hey, come on, I won't hurt you. Please come back. Chuck runs after them down the trail. He is close behind them. Ollie, how did we get here? Running with all our lives from whatever the heck that thing is. Rose says, I don't know. Just keep running. They all run in a flash all the way back to town into distance with Chuck hot on their trails. Fade. Scene 5. Until it appears inside the town hall continues. It appears the butler Ben, housekeeper Audrey entering the town hall. The mayor of the town, who is an evil, powerful witch, is watching the two enter town hall from her mayor's office upstairs on the 5th floor of town through her giant crystal ball. The evil witch smiles, grins in an evil way, and looks over her pet, which is three-headed Hydra. But the Hydra isn't their dragon form, but in a human form, so they can't bind it. The three-headed Hydra laughs in an insane way, smiles, then vanishes, teleports out of the witch's office, downstairs where the two humans are. Butler Ben, housekeeper Audrey, walks around City Hall, first floor, to see if anyone is around to give them information about the town they are in. Butler Ben says, I don't think anyone is here. I think we might have to give up. Looking for some people in this town. But that's weird. There should be at least a city official, a police officer. Housekeeper Audrey, maybe everyone is at a town event. Butler Ben, that could be. The Hydra is watching the human from above. Looking down, the Hydra is present, known and splits out a fireball. Comes close to Housekeeper Audrey. Housekeeper Audrey uses her ninja spy skills and dodges out of the way at great speed. Housekeeper Audrey, what in the heck was that? It was a fire. Audrey looks up and sees a man floating in midair. Housekeeper Audrey looked up there. Butler Ben, what? Ben and Audrey look up at the man. The Hydra flies down, touches the ground, and then looks at both Ben and Audrey. Housekeeper Audrey says, what were you trying to do? You almost killed me. Hello, are you listening to me? Ben gets closer to him and looks puzzled. He wants to know his deal. Butler Ben says, hello, do you work here? Can you maybe help us? Who are you? The three-headed Hydra man smiles and grins in an evil way at both of them. He talks in a loud, monstrous, evil way. Three-headed Hydra dragon, you never should have come here. No one ever comes to Bell there. The man stops talking and then starts to transform into Hulk in a red hot, blazing fire. The man transforms into three-headed Hydra dragon. Ben and Audrey are completely shocked and scared. They start yelling and screaming, can't believe their eyes. Butler Ben, it's a monster! Housekeeper Audrey, look, it looks like a legendary Hydra dragon. If it is, we are in trouble. Butler Ben, I recommend we start running. Housekeeper Audrey says, good idea. Three-headed Hydra soars its loudest roar, then breathes the biggest fire up the ceiling in the sky. Butler Ben, Housekeeper Audrey makes a run for it and runs out of the city hall behind them. The dragon is falling, then close behind. The dragon bursts out of the city hall, takes to the skies, and flies after them. Butler Ben and Housekeeper Audrey runs for their lives underground, the dragon chasing after them, attacking them as they run, spitting out fire. Cut! Scene 6. Exterior. It appears at one of the town park's grassy fields continuously. It appears at one of town's park grassy field, with everyone running out for their lives, with a different monster creature tailing after them. They are crashed into each other on the baseball field and all laying on the ground. Mad Dog, everyone else gets back in confusion and surprise. Bus driver Gus Thompson, what in the world is going on? Running into us like that. Housekeeper Audrey, we could say the same to you. Nate says, we're getting chased by a ghost. Butler Ben, we are being chased by a dragon. Ollie, what? Rose says, what? We are running from an unknown creature thing. Ben Grizzly, guess we better all start getting up and quick because here they come. Banshee, the Hydra dragon, the strange blue creature all surrounded them. Nate says, what? What do we do? They are surrounding us in all directions. Mad Dog, I don't know. There's nowhere to go. Chuck, the blue creature, attacks the dragon, the Banshee, by jumping on the dragon, using his huge strong house to blow the Banshee back. Then Chuck looks at the humans quickly, wants them to follow him. Chuck. Quickly now, follow me, don't worry, I'm not like these creatures. You can't trust me, only before they recover. Ben Grizzly, what do we do? Well, we have no other option. Rose says we have no other option, we must follow him. Ollie, are you crazy? You could be trying to get us to follow him so that he could attack and eat us. Mad Dog, what do you have a better plan? I say we trust him. If he ends up trying to hurt us, we just turn the tables on him. There are 9 of us and 1 of him. I like these odds. Come on. Enough talk. Enough talk. Time is. I have to get a drink of water. Pause. I'll be right back. I'm just over here. There we go. Alright, continuous. Follow me, says Chuck. Bus driver Gus Thompson says, let's go. They all follow Chuck, running west of the park over to a residential gated area. Chuck jumps over the gate and the others follow him by climbing over the gate at the fence. The other monsters are closed behind him. They all land on the other side of the gate. In the gated community, they are one for it. Follow Chuck down the street past some houses. They quickly follow Chuck in a great big house that is his own. Ben Grizzly shuts the door as soon as they are all in. The Banshee, 3-headed Hydra dragon, look all around outside to see where they have gone because they have lost the humans. The ghost Banshee leaves and starts looking around the gated community. The witches look back at the city hall, 2 of her monsters, that the humans are. She's angry and bangs her desk. Meanwhile, Chuck and the humans take a deep breath and all fall back. Fades. Interior. It appears in Chuck's big house continues. It appears back in Chuck's big house with everyone resting and taking a break from the big ordeal they just had. Everyone is staring at Chuck. Chuck, I take it that all you have. Questions? Well, it's okay. Go ahead and ask if you so want. The first, my name is Chuck. It's very nice to meet all of you. Yes, I appear to be a monstrous creature. I'm still human. Well, it counts. Ollie, what? Wait, did you just say you were human? Chuck, until the evil forces that control this town turned me into the creature you see before. It was the evil witch that made me like this. I wasn't a blue furry creature, but always once a man. I was a truck driver, the best in the world, until I drove into this town. The witch got a hold of me like the rest of this poor people in this town. Anyone else who dares ring up the witch uses her dark magic to morph them and her creature slaves that do her bidding. She controls the town, alright. You could say she is the unofficial elected mayor. She's held up at City Hall, her kingdom, where she rules with an iron fist. I take it by her pet, the three-headed hydra dragon that is looking for you outside, that she already knows you are here. She already knows everyone with the help of her giant magical crystal ball. Ollie, that is a dream living. That is a dream, living nightmare. I can't take it anymore. Monsters, ghosts, dragons, witches, evils, magic spells. Where the hell are we? I didn't sign up for this. Butler Ben says, before the dragon transformed, me and Audrey, who were back at City Hall, said something about us being in Belnea. Chuck says, wait, you were in City Hall? You entered through the magical barrier? Bus driver Gus says, Belnea? Are you serious? That can't be! Rose says, Rose, what is Belnea? Nate, yeah, Gus, mind letting us in on this? Bus driver Gus says, well, I'm not sure. I only heard legends of this mysterious place, but all I know is once you enter, you can never leave. This town appears wherever it wants throughout time for centuries. This town has been making people disappear who has had the misfortune to come across it. And once it appears to claim more victims, it disappears as quickly as it appears without trace left behind. I think we have been the latest victim to add this town ever-growing roster of people. Ben Grizzly says, what do you mean? We stuck here forever? Chuck says, well, maybe there's a way to be freed. I heard over the other monsters taking if you defeat the witch, it may just break the curse over this town, and the hold on all of us may be through. Oh, great, now we have to go toe-to-toe with Wicked Witch. This is just great, man. I guess we have no choice but to go to the witch. At least try to attempt to direct assault. Chuck says, wait, you said you entered the city hall? Housekeeper says, yes. Housekeeper Audrey says, yes, that's right. Me and Ben did. Ben Grizzly said, no, I didn't. I was with Nate. Housekeeper Audrey, no, not you, the other Ben. Chuck, that is amazing. No one has ever broken through the magical building in City Hall. We might just have to hope yet. We better get going. Also, now, but we just got here. Chuck says, well, we can't stay in one place for too long because there's the witch will find us with a crystal ball. Remember, Mad Dog. Then we gotta start heading towards City Hall. Try to defeat the witch. It's the only chance we get. Bus driver Gus Thompson says, then what are we waiting for? Let's go! Then all head out of Chuck's house and are being sneaky and so and try not to get attention of the Hydra banshees whenever they head the direction of town hall where the witch resides. Fades. Exterior appears right outside town hall building later. It appears with Mad Dog, Chuck, everyone else is standing in front of town hall across the street staring at. Butler Ben, there it is, we're here. Huge storms, thunder, lightning, all in the skies above town hall starts heavy rain. Holly, this is it. I guess it's time to take on the witch. Bus driver Gus says, wait, you hear that? Nothing is ever this easy. The three-headed Hydra dragon, the banshee, appears right in front of City Hall, along with a few more monsters who are the mummy, Frankenstein-like monster vampires, a few demons and zombies for good measure. Chuck says, oh dear God, the witch knew we were coming here. She was prepared, like always. Look, we have to be smart and clear to get inside. We might just have a fight our way in, so be careful. Ollie says, oh God, why? How did I get myself mixed up in all-out war with monsters? This shouldn't even be scientifically possible. Rose says, well, you learn something new every day. This could be a breakthrough, discovery. Hey, you're right. That doesn't make it any less. Hey, you're right, but that doesn't make it any less scary, Ollie says. Chuck says, come on. Some of us will wait out here and distract them while the rest go inside and make their way up to the witch, who will probably be on the 5th floor. I'll be one of the ones to stay out here and fight. Housekeeper says, you can count on me, and my ninja and spy skills will come in handy out anywhere. I'm out. Bus driver Gus says, I'm up for a little game of monsters. Butler Ben says, me too, let's go bust some monster cockers. Nate says, me as well. The more of us out here, the better few of us inside City Hall. The better chance we have not getting distracted by the witch. Mad Dog says, I'm going inside and helping with the assault on the witch. Ollie says, I guess you can count me in on that. We will never get out of the place if we don't at least try to take down the witch. Rose says, I'm up for some witch hunting. I'm in on Team Witch. Magda says, good then it's me, Rose and Ollie on with witch duty. Chuck, good luck. We're all counting on you. We'll be out here doing our best to keep the monsters off you. Come on, everyone, let's go. Chuck says, others, the other Chuck and the other charge at the monster to distract them, while Mad Dog, Ollie, and Rose sneak behind inside Town Hall and into the building. Fades. Scene 7. Until inside Town Hall continues. It appears inside Town Hall at the first floor with Mad Dog and Ollie and Rose. The witch is looking at her magic crystal ball and sees them on the first floor. The witch, what? Already inside? But how? Well, no matter. They'll soon see that this town hall can be a very dangerous place. They're in my house now. They're in my house now. The witch smiles and grins because she set up the entire town hall as a great big magical fun house of horrors. Blah. Until it appears in the montage inside town hall continues. The montage begins and the music starts playing. Mad Dog Ollie Rose fight their way all the way to the fifth floor of Town Hall where the witch is, and they come to a big grand door behind it in the mayor's office where the witch is. While the others are still trying to fight, dodge the monsters outside, they are beginning to start fade. The monster becomes so much of them to handle, so Mad Dog and others must hurry. The montage ends and the music starts and comes to a finish. Scene 8. Interior. It appears in Mayor's office in Town Hall continues. It appears right outside the Mayor's office with Mad Dog, Ollie, and Rose standing before the huge rusty door that leads to the Mayor's office. Mad Dog says, the time has come to finally face the witch. Be ready, you guys, with magic. Be ready, you guys, with magic. Anything can happen. Rose says, right. Ollie says, right, got it. Mad Dog, Ollie, Rose open the big, huge grand doors. They charge in and they do look around all over the office for the witch. Ollie says, where is she? Just as that moment, a powerful beam of light shoots down. Ollie turns into hardcore stone. Mad Dog and Rose both quickly jump out of the way to either side and then look over at Ollie, who's now a statue. Rose starts to tear up. Rose, oh no, Ollie! Mad Dog shocks turn to sadness, anger, and she gets enraged when his best friend is gone. Mad Dog says, you're going to pay for that, you witch! The witch is floating up high and they're smoking and laughing. Witch, oh please, what are you going to do about it? You're just a mortal. I am an all-powerful being. Pity about your friend there. Looks like he is stone, or I will call him Stony. I will put him out in town square for birds to poop on. His eternity will be living hell as a statue. Rose cries in Mad Dog's arms and even more upset and enraged. Mad Dog, you twisted woman. His name was Ollie, and I find a way to defeat you and bring him back. Which, bring it on, pretty boy. It's been too long since I had a thrilling fight. I need some good target practice. My bad. You'll turn to dust. The witch waves her wand and tries to pin it at Mad Dog and Rose, and Mad Dog shoves Rose out of the way and then jumps out of the way himself over and across the room. The witch does it again, but Mad Dog quickly jumps out of the way, and then she does it again for a third time. Mad Dog, she manages it and dodges it. Mad Dog, getting tired yet? I could do this all day. Kiss me if you can, Greenie. The witch. Greenie, why? How dare you? Someone should teach you some manners. The witch waves her wand at Mad Dog a couple more times, but it misses. Witch says, you little twerp, I'll turn you into the most weakest thing on the planet. Mad Dog says, really, this is getting old. Don't you know any other tricks? Mad Dog sticks his tongue at the evil witch and makes a silly face, and that makes the witch even more angry. The witch gives her magic wand another time. This time, Mad Dog jumps behind a giant crystal ball. Her magic is so powerful, it shatters the magic crystal ball and then reflects her magic right back at her. The witch turns The witch magic turns the witch into the most weakest thing on the planet she can think of, which is a lizard. Mad Dog quickly grabs her wand and breaks it on his knee, and then all the magic that she has done becomes undone. All the monsters all over town turn back into human and other original beings that they were. The town goes back to normal when magic reappears where it disappeared centuries ago. The strong mist fog go away. The storm stops and turns rainbows and sunshine. Nate and Ben and others outside fighting look around and see the evil witch mags has been broken and everyone is turning back to know who they were, the witch. Ollie transforms back into his old self from being stone, and Mad Dog grows overjoyed. Ollie, I was just stone. Will says, yes, yes, you were, but you were back. But back. Rose says, yes, yes, you were, but you're back. Mad Dog did it. He tricked and defeated the witch. Those were some sweet moves you pulled off there, Mad Dog. Mad Dog says, why, thank you, Rose. Glad you're back, buddy. I couldn't imagine life without you. Ollie says, thanks, Mad Dog. Glad to be back. You are incredible, Mad Dog. You saved everyone. You saved me. I am in your debt. Thank you, Mad Dog says. No worries. Don't mention. That's what best friends are for. Ollie says, you're right. Now let's get out of here and go back to and go. Now let's get. Now Ollie says, you're right. Now let's get out of here and go back to the others. Mad Dog says, sounds like a plan. Just need to do one last thing. Mad Dog smiles, then picks up the lizard who was once the witch and looks at her back. Looks her right in the face and smiles. Mad Dog says, I think I know the right punishment for you and all you have done for centuries. Lizard is scared and pants and moves his hand like there's moves her hands like there's no need for that. But Mad Dog still smiles. Blur and scene 10. Exterior appears downtown with everyone by the tour bus 3000 later. It appears downtown with everyone by the tour bus 3000. Mad Dog looks over at the hamster cave's prison where he puts the lizard who's the witch. She doesn't look too happy with a bunch of cats surrounding her, looking at her like food, and she is in the center of town where everyone keeps an eye out on her. Chuck says, thank you all for what you have done, freeing us from the wicked witch's control. Now she is where she can never harm another person or anything again. Mad Dog says, it was really nothing. We just did what we had to be done. Anyone could have done it. Anyone could have done it. Chuck says, anyway, I don't know what to do with my life now. Should I stay here in town or go? I just don't know. It's been several decades since I've been out of this town and the world's changed. I just don't know where to go from here. Ben Grizzly says, I know, you should join us. Be part of our family. You seem like a cool cat. You can be with us forever. We can be your new home. And you can perhaps find a new purpose with us. Chuck says, you mean it? I can come with you? Nate, yeah, man, you know it. You couldn't fit in with us pretty well. Chuck says, all right, I'll do it. Thanks, guys, for taking me in. Mad Dog says, no problem. It's a pleasure to have you. Ollie says, yeah. Rose says, 100%. They all laugh and have fun. Bus driver Gus Thompson said, we should probably get back on the road. Now we've been here longer than expected. We have a deadline to meet. If we want to get you to your first concert in LA, come on, let's go. All aboard! Bus driver Gus Thompson on bus driver Gus heads onto the bus. Butler Ben says, oh, my lunch, I was making it for everyone. Why don't we eat? First one to the dining room is wait, let's take that again. Butler Ben says, oh, my lunch, I was making it for everyone. Why don't we eat? First one to the dinner room is last served. Housekeeper Audrey says, oh, you own it. Let's go. Ben Grizzly, I am in on that. Nate says, let's go. Ben, Audrey, and Ben Grizzly, Nate all rush inside on the bus in a hurry. Chuck says, dinner's room. What kind of vehicle is this? Mad Dog, oh, you'll be surprised once you enter the bus. Don't be mistaken by the bus outside the field. It's really quite big on the inside, like 6 huge stadiums. So don't measure up how big it is. Not to mention there are way more than 2 stories in this bus. Will says, that's right, Chuck. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the modern world. Oh yeah, I can show you a room if you want to come with me. Mad Dog says, great, let's get going and get the heck out of this place. Mad Dog Ollie rolls all into the bus, and Mad Dog shuts the door and locks and secures it so it doesn't fly open when it starts to move. The tour bus 3000 starts to move and drives out of this town into the distance. They all head to Los Angeles. Bus driver Gus says when he's in his private quarters area in the driving cabin, bus driver Gus Thompson says, "Now let's get the heck out of Dodge." The tour bus 3000 is on its way out into the sunset. The end of episode 3, Town of Monsters. The credits roll and it ends. The next episode fades out into episode 4. So that was episode 3, Town of Monsters, a kid comic series. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been Yinne.